Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to the temple. We begin our service singing together Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. How beautiful the day is. It is Shabbat. Now to page 172 to sing together Ma Tovu. Turn now to page 195 as we rise for the book.
La
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, יוצר אור ובורא חושך, עושה שלום ובורא את הכל, המאיר לארץ ולדרים עליה ברחמים, ובטובו מחדש בכל יום תמיד מעשה וראשית. מה רבו מעשיך אדוני, כולם בחוכמה עשית, מלאה הארץ קנייניך, תתברך אדוני אלוהינו, על שבח מעשה ידיך, ועל מאורי אור שעשית יפה רוח הסלע. אור חדש על ציון תאיר, ונזכה כולנו מהרה לאורו. ברוך אתה אדוני, יוצר המאורות. And we read together. The world is sunlight, restoring the soul, rejoicing the heart, bringing light to the eyes. More welcome than gold, a Torah from heaven. I have no light to give the morning. My Torah, my special human gift, is words. As I bring my words forth from silence, welcome them. You redeems the sun from darkness. Baruch Ata Adonai, Yotzer Hameorot. And we turn to page 200 for the calling of the Shema. Page 201. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. And we turn to page 204 to sing together Michamocha. As we turn to page 205 for the tefillah. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. Source of all being, we turn to you as did our people in ancient days. They beheld you in the heavens, they felt you in their hearts, they sought you in their lives. Their quest is ours. Help us to see the wonder of being. Give us the courage to search for truth. Teach us the path to a better life. So shall we, by our lives and our labors, be near the world we envision, one of justice, freedom, and peace. Baruch ata Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. We read together at the bottom of page 207. You are the open door that beckons me in. Peeking around the door frame, I begin to enter into your glory. You move me forward, O Eternal, to step beyond self-made boundaries. Lift my foot over the threshold that I might abide with you. In the house of the Eternal, I found my questions waiting to be posed. They filled me with wonder. Sit with me, Eternal Teacher. Encourage my seeking. As I fill my hours with your mitzvot, so shall I be filled. Send me through your door, stretching up to honor your name, sharing out this wonder, enriching myself in the given. Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Baruch Ata Adonai, Mechaye Hakol.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על נביאך, וקרא זה ואמר, קדוש קדוש קדוש, אדוני צבאות, מלוך הארץ, כי כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני אדוננו, מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו ומלכינו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, תרחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהים, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון לדור עולם. הללויה. לדור בדור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש. בשבחך אלוהינו, ממנו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האלוהים הקדוש.
To all generations we will make known your greatness, and to all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch Ata Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת, לדור דברי תורה. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת, לדור דברי תורה. בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת, לדור דברי תורה. כי ששת ימים עשו אדוני, עשו אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, ביום השביעי, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת, לדור את ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת, לדור את ברית עולם.
We turn to page 216 for the blessing for shalom, for peace and wellness and wholeness. O God, may we never become complacent, faltering in our effort to build a world of peace. Let the nations know and understand that justice and right are better than dominion and conquest. May all come to see that it is not by might nor by power, but by your spirit that life prevails. Praised are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. Baruch ata Adonai, המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
שים שלום, שים שלום, שים שלום, טובה וברכה, חן וחסד
The Misha Berach, the prayer for healing and courage and strength, can be found on page 253. As we name in our hearts the people that we know that need courage and healing and strength, we sing together Misha Berach. Turn now to Seder Kriyat Torah LeShabbat, the order of reading from the Torah on Shabbat, on page 244. Please rise.
In Kamala
be seated. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Our God is one, Adonai is great, holy is God's name.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Lecha Adonai
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We're at the Torah portion called Vayigash, and he approached and he came closer and he came nearer. It's the third Torah portion in the story of Joseph and his brothers. There are 13 chapters, 4 Torah portions that are dedicated to this story, probably the largest space that any hero gets in the book of Genesis. Obviously Moses is going to get more space later on, but Joseph wins over his father, his grandfather, and maybe even his great-grandfather Abraham. So in America where size counts and we all want bigger and better and so on, Joseph is a hero. That's why also I think it's the only biblical story that made it into a show on Broadway. We have a movie about Moses, but I don't think that there is Moses and the crossing of the Red Sea on Broadway to my knowledge. But definitely Joseph and the tunic, the coat of many colors, is a big hit here. And we can understand why. It's a huge drama. It begins by the most basic story that attracts attention, and that is the family. And in that family, among many children and many wives, there's jealousy, there's rivalry, and there's even violence, everything that makes a good drama. I mean, I'm sure that everybody here loves all their siblings and all their family members, and everything is just hunky-dory in your lives. But apparently in most families there is jealousy, there is rivalry, and many times, unfortunately, even violence. In here, a horrible story of violence. The brothers are plotting to kill Joseph, and then they settle out that it's actually a better deal to just sell him and make even some money out of the deal. A pretty horrific story. Then there's another side to this drama, which again we all love. So you have your two narratives that everybody loves, and that is the rise to the top. The higher you rise, the more exciting the story is, especially here in America, where we love such great stories about somebody that rises from the top. And think of of Joseph. He comes from the top in his family to the bottom, literally. I mean, literally, their brothers throw him to a pit, and then again, he's sold to be a servant or a slave in Egypt, and he's thrown into the jail, and there in the jail he also rises to the top to become the most powerful person, second to Pharaoh only. So we have a huge drama here. We have dreams that come true because the brothers are actually plotting and doing everything they can to prevent the dreams. That's what makes them, there are so many elements that makes it like the best drama possible, second maybe only to the drama of the Exodus from Egypt. It's also the going down to Egypt. That's what causes all this drama. We're going to read about the part where everything is solved, and we'll focus for a moment on the words of Joseph and what does forgiveness and acceptance here means, and what does it take to come to forgiveness and acceptance. But first, let's go to page 250 for the blessings before the reading from the Torah.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai, noten ha'Torah.
Amen. ולא יכול יוסף להתאפק לכל הניצבים עליו, ויקרא הוציאו כל איש מעלי, ולא עמד איש איתו בהתוודע יוסף אל אחיו, ויתן את קולו בבכי, וישמעו מצרים, וישמע בית פרעה, ויאמר יוסף אל אחיו, אני יוסף, העוד אבי חי, ולא יכלו אחיו לענות אותו, כי נבהלו מפניו. ויאמר יוסף אל אחיו, גשו נא אליי, ויגשו, ויאמר, אני יוסף אחיכם, אשר מכרתם אותי מצרימה, ועתה אל תעצבו, ואל יחר בעיניכם, כי מכרתם אותי הנה, כי למחיה שלחני אלוהים לפניכם, כי זה 2 הרעב בקרב הארץ, ועוד 5 שנים אשר אין חריש וקציר, וישלחני אלוהים לפניכם, לשום לכם שארית בארץ, ועל החיות לכם לפלטה גדולה. ועתה לא אתם שלחתם אותי הנה, כי האלוהים, וישימני לאב לפרעה ולאדון לכל ביתו, ומושל בכל ארץ מצרים. Joseph could no longer control himself before all his attendants, and he cried out, "Have everyone withdraw from me." So there was no one else about when Joseph made himself known to his brothers. His sobs were so loud that the Egyptians could hear, and so the news reached Pharaoh's palace. Joseph said to his brothers, "I am Joseph. Is my father still well?" It's actually, is my father still alive? But his brothers could not answer him. So dumbfounded were they on account of him. Then Joseph said to his brothers, "Come forward to me." And when they came forward, he said, "I am your brother Joseph, he whom you sold into Egypt. Now do not be distressed or reproach yourself, because you sold me hither. It was to save life that God sent me ahead of you. It is now 2 years that there has been famine in the land, and there are still 5 years to come, in which there shall be no yield from tilling. God has sent me ahead of you to ensure your survival on earth and to save your lives in an extraordinary deliverance. So it was not you who sent me here, but God, who has made me a father to Pharaoh, Lord of all his household, and ruler over the whole land of Egypt." So what we see here is actually another very dramatic change in Joseph. In 1 minute, he stops being this scary ruler whom they're scared to death from, who's been torturing them, throwing them to jail, then throwing one brother to jail and letting the other go, and then throwing another brother to jail and letting the others, and accusing them in things that they actually have not done and he plotted to do, that it would look like they've done those things. So all of a sudden, from this person that they are so scared of him, they realize that they should actually be even more scared, because it's the brother that they have wronged and they know that they have wronged. And then Joseph shows how much he changed and what he took to make that turn. All of a sudden, from trying to actually get back at them and being vengeful, especially towards the brothers that we all suspect were the ones that led the selling of Joseph to Egypt. He says, don't worry about it. It's not you, it's God. This is a narrative that actually is very foreign to our tradition. We are not so deterministic. We don't think that we are just pawns in a big plan of God. But it takes Joseph, in order to understand his success and to forgive his brothers and to come a full circle and to be able to have a relationship with them, to realize that you cannot really hold them accountable for such horrible things that they've done to him if you want to move on. You have to look at it as something else. And maybe the secret of success is thinking that you are some part of a divine plan and we are put here on earth by God in order to actually make things better. But we really see total change, total acceptance, and total forgiveness that allows finally our family to move on almost to a happy end. Let's say the blessing after.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Please rise.
V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael. V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael. Al pi Adonai v'yad Moshe v'yad Moshe. Al pi Adonai v'yad Moshe v'yad Moshe. V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael. V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael.
And we turn now to page 283 for the Aleinu. Please join me as we read together. Let us adore the ever-living God and render praise unto you, who spreads out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. You are our God, there is none else. Please be seated. We continue together on page 287 as we read together. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding, loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity, cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace.
Bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, We meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. On this Shabbat, we remember especially Jose Maza, Henry Berg Brousseau, Gloria Hasselbacher, Robert Keisler, Louis Waterman, S.V. Erdely, Stanley Frager, Mary Friedman, Wilfredo Oro, Albert Pincus, Charlotte Stern, Dina S. Werklick, Julie Adam King, Marjorie Lerner, Jerome Nustad, Jacques Suzanne, Joseph Goldberg, Ellen Beiser, Rose Bronstein, Marianne Siriano, Lina Judah, Rebecca Matz, Angela Nafusi, Grace Serre, Zelda Tasman, Gertrude Treiber, Milton Frank, Bela Gottlieb, David Klein, Maria Linteskaya, Stuart Mann, Georgia Russell, Hanoyanov Steinberg, Martin Balin, Suzette Gerdy, Joan Goldenshoe, Elaine Kahn, Fanny Lowenstein, Matilda Marks, Esther Sarason, Louis Sarason, Betty Pure, Larry Lynch, Marty Weinstock, and in recent days, Ronald Kornblum. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. With the blessed memories from our loved ones in our hearts, we rise as we turn to page 294 for the Mourner's Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה על שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. זיכרונם לברכה. May the memory of our loved ones come to be a blessing and a benediction to us all. Amen. Our closing song is Oseh Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
And Shana Tova. May it be a good year for all of us, a better year than the year that is ending, a year where we will see an end to the war in Ukraine and to all other wars in our world, an end to all the viruses and plagues, and good health to us all. May we all be better citizens of our world and learn how to accept every person as a person created in God's image. May it be a good year to all of Israel and all of us. Shabbat Shalom and Shana Tova. And please wish Shabbat Shalom to someone you never met before. Shabbat Shalom.
Amen.